Okay, so ding dong, you fill in the rest.
I will not be seeking re-election to Congress. With a grateful heart, I look forward to my final year of service as your proud representative. San Francisco is the greatest city on earth with the most extraordinary people on earth, and a place that I will always believe is heaven on earth. Thank you, San Francisco, for trusting me to be your voice in Congress.
Well, give Drunky credit, she survived it all. The upheaval of the 1980s, the Pendleton Act of the 1880s, unflattering depictions of her in the media, and also in cave paintings in rural France. Yeah, she's old. She's been in Congress so long, her office has 2 water fountains. She's going to retire in 2027, which raises a key question. What happens to us? What happens to this show? What are we going to do without this? The Dems were melting down like Pelosi's face on a hot day. Nancy Pelosi was so enraged by Trump's victory, her eyebrows moved to Canada. With Xi proposing that humans could live up to 150 years old, or perhaps even older. The border was made as tight as Nancy Pelosi's face. It's so hot, Nancy Pelosi had to put on her backup face. James Carville said Trump deserves some credit for the Gaza peace deal. That's pretty brave of him, especially with Nancy Pelosi standing behind him the entire time. So R.I.P. Pelosi jokes. Well, I hope you like jokes about Rashida Tlaib offering Joy Behar mustache rides. I guess you do. True, she's been great for entertainment, but lousy for the country. Remember when all of us were locked down, she got her hair done at a salon?
I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times, and that when they said, well, we're able to accommodate people one person at a time, and that we can set up that time, I trusted that. As it turns out, it was a setup, so I take responsibility for falling for a setup.
Oh, a setup. No. Leaving a cheesy gordita crunch in a bear trap outside Joy Behar's dressing room is a setup. The only thing set up was her appointment for new eyebrows. And last year, she tried to spray Febreze on Biden's rotting presidency.
Such a consequential president of the United States, a Mount Rushmore kind of president of the United States. You got Teddy Roosevelt up there, and he's wonderful. I don't say take him down, but you can add Biden.
Yeah. Look, the only reason for adding Biden to Mount Rushmore is that he's already petrified. But it's not like she was much better. Toward the end, she was becoming as unhinged as Joy Behar's jaws at a steakhouse. That's 2.
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
All right. But it's not a talking point when you admitted you should have called the National Guard, which was caught on tape by a camera crew following her for a documentary, possibly one about the joys of sleeping upside down. Of course, on her way out, she had to bring up Trump. Is he just a vile creature?
He's just a vile creature. The worst thing on the face of the earth. But anyway.
You think he's the worst thing on the face of the earth?
I do, yeah. I do.
The worst thing on the face of the earth. She's obviously never had to share an Uber with Kilmeade. But don't worry, Nance, the feeling's mutual.
I think she's an evil woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country.
And Dick Cheney.
I thought she was an evil woman who did a poor job, who cost the country a lot in damages and in reputation. I thought she was terrible.
Ugh, that guy's less filtered than a Mexican water fountain. Now, we got to hand it to her. Pelosi did make history, but it wasn't in politics. It was in the stock market. As a member of Congress over the past decade, she's gotten a return of 816% from her investments and beat the S&P 500 by 559 points. She's so good at picking stocks, retail investors use her like an index fund. There's literally a Pelosi tracker where thousands of people copy every trade her husband makes. And last year, it saw gains of 54%, double that of the S&P. She got so filthy rich while her city drowned in drugs, crime, and homelessness. Yeah, the greatest city on earth, San Francisco, went from the Golden City to a 48-square-mile restroom, a city with an app that tracks human street poop. I'm surprised Nancy didn't invest in hazmat suits. So here's a question. What happens to her stock prowess when she leaves? What if those skills were to disappear shortly after she's no longer close to information that impacts the market? Well, it would tell us something we already knew, that Democrats don't get into power after they got rich, like, say, Trump. They get into power to get rich. The rewards don't come from serving the people. They result from the illusion that they're serving the people. It was a great grift, and I got to admire it. Talk about a rich career. It's a shame it only paid off for her.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.